Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now into the semifinals of the Heroes of the Storm C Championship Singapore Qualifier 2, and this is the official road to Blizzcon. Two teams will qualify today for the Singapore National Finals, in which they will play for a total of 15,000 Singapore dollars. And these two teams today will also walk away with a combined prize pool of 1,500 Singapore dollars. That's it. This is Babel, and I hope you get to enjoy this whole coverage we bring you today for this Singapore qualifier. We got ourselves two teams that's on stage right now, and both of these teams are pretty okay and are pretty strong. So without further ado, let's see if the draft is ready, and we'll go directly into it. So MOG versus VS. Now MOG is on the left side of the bracket, and VS is on the right side. MOG stands for Misfits of Gaming. This is a team that's a little bit new that played under WGG last week and just changed the whole team roster just for this competition this week. VS is Victorious Secret. Very questionable laundry naming conventions there, but I heard one of them is a model, and we'll see some Novas today. That's all I want to see. So MOG versus VS here, and a mapping decided by Victorious Secret, and that would be Dragonshire. By the way, it's not really Victoria as in Victoria, it's Victorious. So it's basically they want to win this, and they have a secret to keep. Okay, I'm done justifying their name, and I'm not going to do it again. So MOG will have the first pick, and that's the Jaina. VS deciding on the next two picks for themselves. The ban Lost Vikings, as well as Sylvanas being banned out. Now, Jaina first pick is very standard, very good. It basically opens up the floor for a lot of things. You can go for a potential dive composition because of Bolt of the Storm at level 20. You can also go for good AoE composition with a big wombo combo. And Jaina has the ability to hold people in places, so that's good. But it is going to be a Zeratul for VS, and this Zeratul's one mission is to hunt down this Jaina. Effectively, Zeratul has got very, very good assassin abilities, and generally just very, very strong in picking off singular targets. Also has got a big Void Prison for wombo combo, so that's the main bulk of the reason why teams will pick Zeratul. Also going to see Brightwing coming up for VS. Now Brightwing, one of the strongest supports in this entire meta right here today. Brightwing has got a lot of sustainable healing and so good utility skills. Blink Heal or Emerald Wind both are viable based on the composition. And you're also going to see Brightwing, Zeratul, big AoE skills right there, but it is going to be a Vala for MOG. Now MOG with this Vala here is pretty okay because that's going to be double assassin already. Vala, very consistent damage dealer. You can hardly go wrong with Vala. Vala should be doing about 40 to 60k damage if it's a late game. Early game, you're expecting 23 to 30 plus k damage, and that would be a game below 15 minutes, I think. That's fair to say. But it is going to be a snap pick on the Anubarak as well. Anubarak, one of the strongest warrior in this meta today as well, because Anubarak does a lot of damage, very tanky, and has got two viable builds as usual. Either the Web Blast for utility or the Local Swarm into a hardened shield there. And that really helps Anubarak survive a lot and does a lot of damage at level 20. So Anubarak has got all the stun lock combo to combo with Jaina as well, and Vala with the Rain of Vengeance. If it's going to be a Rain of Vengeance, that's going to be a lot of stuns on MOG. For VS right now, we got Brightwing, Zeratul, and effectively two more picks. I'm expecting it to be Assassin again, but we'll see what it is. Assassin-wise, I'm proposing it to be a Kilthas. I'm proposing it to be some possible, maybe even Nova. Nova Zeratul is going to be really good. Might be a bit of an overkill, but you still get a good roams, good ganks, as well as maybe even the Kerrigan. The Kerrigan is going to be fantastic. Kerrigan is also good for this land. But I think Felstead is fair. Felstead, not my personal favorite. Basically, Felstead has got the ability to do good AoE damage and also has got a utility there. But the biggest problem I have with Felstead is that he doesn't really have got good synergy with anyone else. He kind of only has got skills for possible maybe combo, and that's only the ulti. There's nothing else. The heroic talent, that's all. But yeah, the main reason why to pick Felstead is because he's a ranged DPS. And Jaina gone, Vala gone, Sylvanas gone. Felstead seems pretty legit. Kilthas would be good, but they decided not to go with that. Could be because of a possible combo between Felstead as well as Zeratul. Johanna for setup here on Victorious Secret. Now, Johanna is going to be okay. I think Johanna will have the ability to jump in front, but it seems like it is a murky on MOG. Now, Misfits are gaming with the Murky pick. Just wowed the entire crowd here. Could be a misclick, could be a bug on the third-party software. Please be a bug on the third-party software because Murky Uther is just so awesome. It completely will leave me speechless. All you're going to hear for this cast is game sound, guys. But Murky, Uther, Anubarak, Vala, Jaina, I don't know what is going to happen. But yep, still pretty okay. You have a good pusher. I don't know what's Murky for, really. Murky can push quite well. Murky has got a big disable, maybe the Octo Grab, some substantial damage going in. And this is kind of like a wild card. Uther has got the Divine Shield. And I'm hoping, please don't use Divine Shield on Murky. Okay, it's Abathur. Alright, this is a very interesting draft. It's so interesting that I have to fight them right now. But yeah, so, that's it. It is a very, very different and interesting draft. You have a lot of specialists, a lot of unexpected specialists. And I think that by itself is a lot of a statement already. You have Murky, you have Abathur, and if I recall correctly, on VS side, you have Felstad. You have Felstad, which Abathur can use Ultimate Evolution and morph into Felstad, or that's it. So now back to the map here. The mapping decided is Dragonshire. Dragonshire has got 2 shrines. One on top, the Sun Shrine. One at the bottom, that's the Moon Shrine. So it doesn't matter what the shrines are called. Just get both of them, and you can control the Dragonite. Just activate the Dragonite, and that's at the mid lane. So this is one of the more interesting maps because it doesn't test the team's ability to fight as fives. It tests the team's ability to function individually and independently. Also going to see a lot of skirmishes happening, a lot of 2v2s, a lot of 3v3s, a lot of ganks. That is the name of this map here. But because the map is not necessarily small, it's kind of like a mid-sized map. That's why you're going to expect a lot of rotations and maybe even not much of ganks happening. It's not like Tomb of the Spider Queen where you have ganks happening every single minute there. For this one, they may just soak the lane, rotations might be slightly slower, and there will be still elements of lane discipline and making sure that you get those siege camps to push the lane, as well as maybe even a bruiser camp to push the lane. Right, so finally solved the camera issue here. It is, so on the left, let me see. This would be Victoria's Secret on the left. And on the right, it will be what looks like Misfits of Gaming, MOG. They look pretty normal to me. Right. Well, it is, okay. Ah, yes, they have Zeratul as well. All right. So Zeratul is also the other pick for VS. And that would mean that you have Abathur possibly going into a Ultimate Evolution for a second Zeratul. Which would just completely blow my mind away, but all right, still trying to understand the Murky pick here. If it works, MOG will be my next favorite team. Really, really crazy. Murky, Octograb, great disable skill, and all. Also gonna note that Sylvanas has been banned out, so that shouldn't be the one that's getting picked up. All right, semifinals of the Heroes of the Storm Southeast Asia Championship. This is the qualifying round. Yeah, it is. If the team wins here, they get qualified into the national finals, and if they win here, they have $500 richer guaranteed, where they will go into the grand finals to play for the extra 500. So that's the main difference for the grand finals. This is in fact the most important round in today's games. You win this round, you're in to win a lot more money. Misfits of Gaming versus Victoria's Secret. Just like to tell my producers, it's not Victoria's Secret, it's Victoria's Secret. I think they were just trolling, but man, when you were working with such a cool team, it just places your face all over the place. I can barely complain. Right, so game 1, Dragonshire. Testing both teams' ability to play separately. I'm not expecting Ultimate Evolution because it's Dragonshire. It could be Monstrosity. Monstrosity is going to be good because it will be able to push the lane quite well. Also, would also expect a lot of distraction coming forward from the Abathur. Yeah, there you go, Victoria's Secret. I cannot believe they did that. All right, good job, good job. All right, so good. Both teams still discussing some strategy. And you can see Fox is the second guy on the right there. Very, very good model. But yeah, so this team, Victoria's Secret, a slight history. They just formed up when we announced the whole circuit. They are made up of very good players from all across different games. They also made up of Capricorn, who came from No Breaks, and Ray, who also came from No Breaks. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, game 1 of the semifinals. On the blue team, we got Fox, or Foe, same guy, playing as Brightwing. Capricorn onto the Felstead. Misfits as the Zeratul. Zappy there, playing as the Johanna. Last but not least, Ray is the Abathur. And on the red team, we have Misfits of Gaming, MOG, on the right side. Chusan is playing as the Uther. Lozikan onto the Jaina. We also got Murky being played by Nyx, and Kuniharu onto the Vala. And last but not least, Chichiboy onto the Anubarak. Just take note that the overlays are wrong. The blue team is VS and the red team is MOG. So they're going to fix that for us. Yep, so far no introduction just yet. Not going to say hi. Both teams playing it very safely. Already going to see Nyx with a very interesting approach onto what seems like a very possible pufferfish there. And I'm going to try and familiarize myself with the builds here. So drawing up the Talon table here. You're also going to see the Conjure Pursuit up on Uther and a multi-shot up for Vala, plus a Winter's Reach for the increased range on Jaina. I kind of like Deep Chill a little bit better. The range on Frostbolt, not really needed, but good for chasing. You also have the Battle build up on Anubarak, plus going to see the block up for what seems like Murky. Meanwhile, on VS side, you will have Pressurized Glance, and that would help with Abathur. Meanwhile, you also see Murky going down very quickly. Mistfinder, good hunt there. And also can see Power Through coming out for Felstead. Kuniharu dropping. Kuniharu may just go down. Last hit by the spikes on the Abathur is going to pick up the kill here. Nyx going to pull back, and there's nothing much that the Murky can do in that situation. So both shrines going to spawn already. And the overlays haven't been switched just yet. And Chichiboy at the bottom lane. There we go. Good stuff. So Chichiboy, they're getting some extra shield glare from Johanna. Will be pulling back Chusan, channeling up the shrine. Top team also gonna try and fight for the shrines here. It's going to the red team. Red team now effectively, guess who's at the main lane? Lozicon. Maybe he's gonna be able to get it. Oh, no, he gets the Dragonite. Misfinder, too slow right there. Not able to deny. Fox now gonna try and pull back, but Lozicon, quick Shinobi pickup on the Dragonite. Very instant DK we see here. Knight takes spawn, by the way. Condemn actually stuns Mercenary Camp. So this is actually good for pushing for Johanna. Also going to see Regeneration Master up and Bribe. Next up, going to see the Adrenal Overload, which is really good for the Abathur's host there. Also going to see some low cooldown on Barrel Roll, plus what looks like an extra stack on the Condemn. And you'll also see Focus Attack up on Zeratul, which is the standard build here for Zeratul these days. And Promote coming out for Foe. And on the red team this time around, you're going to see a Protective Shield, same multi-shot, build on Vala, Frost Shots going up. So this is going to be Frost Shot Jaina, not really effective in terms of the extra utility for extra mana regeneration or even some extra slow there. It's just going to do a lot more damage and effectively reach a little bit deeper with the Frostbolt. That's it. Vala does go down meanwhile, and Murky also goes down. Misfinder with a good catch onto Capricorn with the Hammerang doing the work right there. And you also will see Living the Dream coming up from Murky. That grants 10 AP, and every 5 seconds he's alive, he gets one extra one. So this basically doesn't need him to kill anything at all, just staying alive will help him a lot. So the build on Anubarak really helps a lot, but right now if you look at the rotation, laning-wise, you're going to see Chichiboy on the bottom lane, and he's just pushing on the lane quite well. Abathur is counter-pushing as much as he can. Level 6 both ways, still very close game. Going to see a Singularity Spike on Chusan, but they're going to pull back as well. Top lane, Murky still not really showing me the extra edge that Murky can bring to the table here. But so far, so good for Murky. Lolzikan getting ganked up here. Good heals by Chushan. But Jaina dropping nice stun as well. But Abathur is not able to pick up the kill at the end. Going even into Symbio there. Level 7 on blue team. Red team just slightly behind. Kuniharu now a little bit of trouble. Will try pull back. Singularity Spike not able to pick up the kill at the end. Murky may be going down and will go down. Mistfinder will escape with some hits from the tower. But will be fine. Kuniharu also not able to do anything in that instance there. Good gank so far by Mistfinder on the Zeratul. Fantastic rotation. Lolzikan swings by. Capricorn some trouble here. Not able to pick up the kill still, but the Frostbow going in. And Lolzikan getting turned on. Mistfinder goes in. Picks up the kill. Chichi Boy a little bit too slow now. Gonna have to rotate out of position. Level 8 on the blue. Level 7 on the red. And Shrines activating again. So the first Dragon Knight really just did in one tower on the mid lane. Nothing more than that. And it seems like the Shrine's going to go up real soon. If you look at the talents again, you have Needle Spine, which increases the range of the spike again, as well as First Aid and Conviction going on. And really the bombs, by the way, the Toxic Nest just activated against Nyx. Vala goes down again. Yep, on the other side, goes down. Same Abathur there by Ray. Great Toxic Nest. Very, very irritating. We'll secure the top Shrine at least. Chusan's picking up the one at the bottom side. But yep, Conviction is going to help with Boopa speed. So this is actually really Conviction-based, or rather Condemn-based Johanna here. So standard follow-through coming up from Zeratul as well as Cleanse Up onto the Brightwing with a very utility-based Brightwing here. You have got Promote, Bribe, even the Cleanse. So that's pretty good stuff. Chusan may not be able to hold up front here. Mistfinder gets the DK. Now Chusan's going to get tossed all the way back. And Chichi Boy getting denied the Hearthstone there. Will have to land the stun on Mistfinder. Will still try and pop back home at the end of the day. Level 10 soon on the blue team. And level 9 only on the red. They will have the extra heroic talent here. Mistfinder still knocking on the mid lane. Not much of a split push attempt by the bottom lane, but only the gate and tower addressed already. Mid lane tower goes down. Gate now getting challenged. Mistfinder dropping very low. Chichibar get tossed all the way to Beijing. Lost his way there. Will try and find his way back. Finally takes the first flight back out here. Mistfinder trying to pull back. Some Frostbolt coming out. Already using the blink. May not be able to run away here, but there is the Abathur and will stay safe at the end. Abathur is just making sure that the Zeratul is alive at all times here. Good play by Ray there. Almost level 10 for the Red team. MOG very close here to level 10. If you look on the heroic talent on the blue team, it's Ultimate Evolution, Hinterland Blast, Blast Shield, Void Prison, Blink Heal. So very good synergy on the blue team so far. Red team, Nyx is just waiting for those talents to pick up. If you look at Murky, it's got Compressed Air already. Now he needs much of the Murlocs. He didn't go for Octograb. That's a little bit surprising for me. Chusan, nice heal there. Chichi Boy with the bar charge will be okay at the end. So that said, it is a little bit different. I'm still trying to comprehend much of the Murlocs. I think it is a pretty okay talent. I kind of like Octograb a little bit more because it is not a channeling skill. It will not get cancelled. Mistfinder shows his face. Lolzikan is in that area. And it seems like, well, the Bruiser Cam still channeling the skill onto Lolzikan. But they're all going to pull back in that instance. And Murky, well, it's interesting to see the red team hasn't picked up a single kill just yet. But Chichi Boy is pushing the mid lane quite effectively. Bottom lane getting pushed right in by Zappy here. And you can see the Condemn being used by Johanna. The fort's going down as well. And you have a total of 4 Siege Golems pushing the lane there. Shrines activating again. Red team getting outmaneuvered by the blue team. They know exactly what to do. Zeratul is hunting. Lolzikan takes some damage. Will not die, but it's getting harassed all the time. Chusan there is going to spot out Zeratul. Lands a stun. Chichi Boy may just go in, but there goes the Void Prison onto, and they will be able to just get locked in time and space there. Very compressed vacuum of air. And you have the Zeratul pulling back out all the way. Johanna picking up even the Bruiser Cam to increase the pressure on the bottom lane. Now without the fort on the bottom lane, you will see Zappy here picking up the bottom shrine, top shrine. You have a lot of extra harassment here. And Kuniharu completely controlled in this instant. Mistfinder going for the instant DK again. Maybe get cancelled. No! Will not get cancelled. Second DK for the blue team. Vala at the top lane. Again, he goes down. Mistfinder charges Chichi Boy again all the way behind. And Chushan now not able to do anything. So we have the DK going all the way up to the top lane. And it seems like he has got such a fetish for pushing Beetles back. But Chichi Boy will not give up and says hi back again. Here comes Nyx. in a pretty good position, but much of the Murlocs, not really sure what he can do except push in this instance here, but it's not even getting the job done. Misfinder again charges the build back out. Small little build is biting away at Misfinder, and I think it's actually pretty effective already. But bottom lane damage has been done. The siege camp came in. The towers are down to just about 70% health there. And Misfinder now again charges the Beetle. Anubarak is so angry. May just go in and pick up the kill on Misfinder. No, he forgives him. Very nice guy. Nyx from behind loses the egg and may just die here. There goes the compressed pufferfish. But much of the Murlocs not really doing anything except pushing the tower there. Bit by bit, not able to pick off anything done in that instance. 9 minutes, 30 seconds in, and Murky still needing a little bit extra talent before he can, fully utilize his efficiency. That's it. Here comes the chain stun. There goes the Void Prison. Only on one. Misfinder is not able to do anything in an instance there. And 0-2 getting stunned. Impel goes down. Not able to connect on Zappy. Zappy is in very, very dire state here. And Chi Boy wants the kill. Symbiote is off cooldown there. In fact, is off already. Zappy will run away in a nick of time. Taps the wall. Comes back in. Chi Boy pulls back. And that's a 1 kill on the Zeratul. Finally, 1 kill for the red team. MOG now 2 level down. In fact, 1.2 level down, and will effectively be on level playing field with the blue team. But now, in terms of talent, they're still okay. They can still win team fights, and this is where I want to see the red team with more team fights. But picking Murky without Octo Grab, it is not really going to work out for team fights for them. I think it's going to be a split push strategy, and I really hope to see how this is going to work out. If the red team wins, they can only have the win condition if it's at like maybe 20 plus minutes into this game. Once they get past level 20, I think we'll have the full picture here. But hold that thought on the talent. Zappy, again, going in with the Condemned. Chi Boy with a singular lane. Impale there, not able to do anything. Here comes the heal on Chushan. There goes the Condemn again. Reeling in 2 members, but Ring of Vengeance not doing anything. Also the Divine Shield on Kuniharu. And the main damage dealer pulling back. Here comes Jaina, strolling in like a boss, but the Valor goes down. And the 2-man started Hinterland Blast goes down. Doesn't connect on anything. Chushan trying to pull back, but there goes the Condemn by Zappy. 1 man down. Nyx, a little bit of trouble now. Uther pulling back. Nyx again trying to push. The pufferfish clears the lane, but what can poor Murky do? He's going to be cooked in the shark fin soup right here, and he goes down. Meanwhile, Ray getting stunned out. Chi Boy again trying to pick up, but this is not really the real Johanna. He realizes that, goes for the real thing. Man, this is why I never buy fake goods there. But that's it. Level 16 against 15. The blue team, 1 talent advantage for them. The shrine spawning right now is very important for them as well. That means that they can get the shrine pretty easily. Nyx goes in, becomes fish food again. And we have Zappy here, trying to pick up the Dragon Knight again. Chi Boy, good 1-man stun, trying to pull back, getting silence as well. The Polymorph very effective. Foe going in, Blind going down as well. And Anubarak gets addressed. Meanwhile, Nyx, if left to his own device, should have pushed down the lane, but it's been like 12 minutes and an eon later, and the lane is still standing. Dragon Knight now pushing the mid lane, and it seems like the fort is going down. Foe is in his aerial Lulzicon as well. Not enough damage on the red team to specifically hold their front against this aggression, this combined arms on the blue side. The Blizzard doing a lot of damage against Capricorn. Capricorn popping first aid even in an instant, and down goes Jaina already. That said, Uther pulling back a little bit, and Capricorn not really doing much of anything in that instance. Got that first aid popped already. Barrel still on off cooldown. Lightning Rod doing whatever he can in that instance there against Shusan. And Kuniharu in this instance popping the multi-shot. Foe knocking. Foe pulling back. Impel going down. Abathur goes down. What a surprise. So Murky sacrificed himself to pick off Abathur. He took down the top gate and towers as well. But because of the lack of a tower on his side of the base, he's actually going to have to walk quite a fair bit of distance there. Misfinder also pulling back. DK is still up and alive, pushing the top lane. Effectively, tower is gone. Full respawns as the Brightwing. And Nyx effectively not pushing down the lane as fast as I thought he could. So talents-wise, both sides kind of even right now. Benediction up on Uther. Hold that thought. Nyx goes down. And they spot out the egg as well. Egg goes down. And that will be a full-fledged 40 seconds before Murky comes back into this game. But looking at the talent so far, we got special efficiency as well as Envenom Spikes, Hammer Time, Giant Killer, very standard stuff. Yep, Joanna with a bit of the Holy Renewal going on. Hold that thought again. Not enough damage on Chi Boy, so back to that. enemy hero affected by shield heals a little bit more, so that's what's keeping Johanna alive. Also has got a burning rage for damage. So this Johanna should be doing about 30+ K damage on average. You also have got Zeratul with Wormhole, which is really, really important. Double bombs as well. Very standard Zeratul build here, nothing special. Face shield coming up for Brightwing, which really helps with some TP composition. Criterize as well to gain extra damage. So they really need to burst people down on the blue team. You have that Polymorph into a Zeratul burst, which is really effective against MOG. And on MOG side, you also got Benediction Stringray on Uther, Blood for Blood up on both the Vala as well as Anubarak. Anubarak also has got Chitinous plating here, which is pretty okay. Northern Exposure up and Icy Veins. So basically the basic ability is cooldown recharge 3 times faster and reduce the mana by 50% for 5 seconds. That's up for Icy Veins. Murky dying again, by the way. And that said, you have also your Murky's very own talent here. The Pufferfish casts Slime at its location upon landing, which is kind of like a stacking damage. So Nyx hasn't really pushed anything yet. They lost both the mid fort as well as the bottom fort, but hasn't lost a single keep yet. Mid lane severely in trouble there. Hold that top lane right now. Chushan nearly dying, but Lauzicon going for the kill on the Mistfinder, not able to pick up the kill at the end. And Chusan trying to pull back here, and also going to see the Lightning Rod. Hammerang goes a Hinterland Blast. Chusan still alive somehow, not dead just yet. Lands the Divine Shield onto the Jaina, but Jaina goes down. Chi Boy now trying to pull back Zappy with a lot of shield on him, and not even dying. Vala's gone. Chi Boy will pull back. Chusan is okay. Ray is not the real deal, will go down at the end. So Capricorn with a nice flyby. Picking off the bottom shrine right now. And Zappy is right in position for the DK. Channels it up, gets it off really nicely, and looking to do some serious damage on the mid lane, as well as the bottom lane. But without much of an allied interaction here, Zappy may just go down quickly. We need those damage dealers. The good news for Zappy is that they are all dead. So Impel does joins away the pushback coming up from the DK. And that effectively is not really going to push Chichiboy back again. But Chusan dropping really low there. Chusan gets hexed out and he dies. Chichiboy there with a 2-man stun. Burrow strikes out. And also going to see the Jaina respawn. Zappy going for the bottom fort right now. MOG 1 level down, still very close game here. The comeback is possible. They really need to make some Murky a little bit more. And Murky is not even doing anything in this instance. Here comes Chichiboy, nice stun. Jaina goes down meanwhile. And Foe now also in position. But the DK pushing the top lane, knocking on to the fort as well. Chichiboy gets silenced, gets a lot of shield break action because of Northern Exposure landing and connecting on him, plus the Criterize. And I mean, the Criterize landing on him. Northern Exposure is part of his team, by the way. Jaina dying there. And not able to do anything. Zappy now knocking on the core. And Kuniharu, solo Vala, not able to do anything. Core down to just about 70%. Ray dropping very low. 30% it is, and Ray is gone. The team goes in for the kill. Hinterland Blast not needed, and the game goes down. We got VS winning the first game for this semifinals. So with that said, we are now going for a bit of a review. Hopefully there is going to be a replay. We'll see if the replay is available. But look at Murky. Murky, 133k damage on Siege, but 10k on hero damage. I think it's not really Murky's fault. They had the Zeratul. The Zeratul was really just rotating a lot, and that was really a problem for what I would say is problem for Vala. Vala died 6 times. Murky not able to even push down a single lane. That's a big problem there. And yeah, so Ray, you got Ray there doing a pretty good job as the Abathur, as well as Feldstad. In general, you see the ultimate evolution coming out as Johanna, coming out as maybe even a little bit extra CC. But yeah, still my personal MVP here would definitely be Misfits. Misfits did a fantastic job this game. He's really just all over the place. He ganked top lane, ganked the bottom lane, and yeah, that was really good. Replay is up, by the way, so let's check that out. So this is the last fight, and Chusan here not really able to do anything. They had 2 members down. They should have given the fort, the keep. I mean, the keep is not going to stand. And Jaina's just going to respawn in just under 5 seconds. There's nothing they would have done. If they only gave up the fort or keep in that instance, they would have at least gotten the full team to fight. And maybe things would have been a little bit different. The first lesson you learn in Heroes of the Storm is to never rotate Death. I think rotating Death is the biggest problem here. You get full access to the core. In fact, Zappy could have gone for the core, but they wanted to play it safe. They decided to go for the keep again on top lane. And again, Anubarak died. So this is where it's time past point. They're not able to do anything. So, right, that would be game 1 for us. And I would say that this draft specifically, VS knew exactly what they were doing. For MOG, unfortunately, not really the case for them. I think Murky is okay, but they need to make sure that the mechanics are fine. No discredit apart, I think still a fairly new team, and Vala need to really perform a little bit better. But again, it's not so much on the fault of Vala. It's more on the merits of Zeratul ganking the Vala so many times. If you look at Zeratul, it does 39,000 damage. Zeratul shouldn't be doing so much damage. Zeratul is really... If you have a Zeratul that's doing so much damage, it means that it's been ganking a lot. And that means that, Vala is the first primary target, straight up. Jaina, the second one. Jaina still has got some ability to hold the front because Jaina has got slow, and that kind of saves Jaina away from Zeratul. Plus, Jaina played it safe the whole time. But if you look at the deaths on both of those heroes, it's 6 and 5. So regardless, in the laning stages, maybe Vala died a lot more, but towards the later part of this entire game, Jaina definitely died as well. So yeah, good focus coming in from VS. And yeah, so that's it. I'm done with this first game. We're going into a short break here. And we'll be back for this second game between Victorious Secret VS against Misfits of Gaming MOG. And if you like this cast, do follow me at fb.com/babelcast. Link will be dropped in the chat. Once again, thank you guys. Do drop your feedback as well. I'm looking to improve my cast, and I appreciate your presence here. All of you viewers who are viewing at home, as well as live viewers here at the event. In case you're wondering, this is held in Singapore, and if you're from Singapore, drop on by to Pomo, which is at Dobby God, and this is at Oasis Basement 1, by the way. Thank you guys. Don't go anywhere. See you guys in wall. And on the red team, we have Misfits of Gaming, MOG, on the right side.